Welcome to Cash Blasters. I'm Taker, playing some Shadow of
Oops, it
Mordor.
muted me.
Oh, it muted me too.
Make sure it hasn't muted you.
It did mute me. Sorry about that. That's going to be recorded. I have Nutter here with me, in case you can't tell.
Their minds. It is not natural.
Hello.
It is the power to sow terror
He has already
among the
played
servants
Shadow of
our
Mordor,
enemy.
and we
It is
are
the
recording
power
this
to
after
hunt
the
the
fact.
followers of the Dark
Lost the
Lord.
audio, or I didn't lose the audio, but I wasn't talking into the mic that I thought I was at the time. So we're going to re-record it so it sounds a little bit nicer. And plus it's nice to have Nutter on. So, you played this game, right?
Yeah, I played it, got it on at the end of Thanksgiving Steam sale, and that was basically my December, I think, in between
nice.
that and working the holidays.
Yeah.
So I was suitably impressed with it, and
Yeah,
it's
I
one of
really like it
the
too.
games that I've gotten closest to 100%ing in recent memory.
Alright, what did I unlock here? To knock people down. That sounds useful. Yeah, I just had an ability to upgrade. I just died to Maku the Tiny, and I'm just rushing headlong back into into this story mission that's right here. I keep on dying. I can't remember where I am because I haven't rewatched this recording yet. But I keep dying on the way there. I died during the mission. Actually, I don't know if I died during the mission. I think I just do it in one or two. But it's not
just
a
getting
good
there
start
was
for
just
me.
a deadly hassle.
Yeah, I'm really bad at this game at this point in time.
Yeah.
I get much better. I probably get too good. I would say the game is the most interesting when you're like dying to like people and they're getting promoted and you're like, oh, well, can't wait to get back and kill that guy. There's one guy who kills me a ton of times in this. I think he's the guy who was one of like the big final guys when you fight. Oh, well, spoilers if you don't want to know, but you get like one big battle at the end. And I think it's supposed to be like a guy who's killed you a couple times, and he showed back up for that. And I was like, oh, I remember this guy. Cool.
Yeah, it's a nice touch how they kind of become meaningful characters, even though they had been no-name minions up until, you know, your unfortunate demise.
Yeah, it's definitely I think the game's biggest draw is how the gameplay helps tell a story in addition to, you know,
The official plot.
The pretty dumb official plot that's going on. The plot is good at times, but most of the time it's bad. And a lot of the writing isn't great.
It's mainly an excuse to kill a ton of orcs.
Yeah, I know, and I wish it would just do that and not try to be cute or anything. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Still, I'm bad at like even drawing the string. Oh, I'm distracting. I'm not watching this full screen for some reason. Oh, you can't, but I can watch it more full screen than I was. So.
Huh. Yeah, we're experimenting with Hangouts as a means of simultaneous video watching for the purposes of this too. So, so far it works. But
yeah.
Did you do? Oh yeah, you're going to that room.
Oh yeah, I guess that was left there from like the one guy I actually killed. And this is probably before I know what rooms are too.
You just saw the icon on the map and went exploring, huh?
Pretty much. Kill him. Kill him. Nice. I wasn't 100% sure what the circle button does, the stun button, or the stun punch thing that you have.
Yeah.
I don't figure that out for a while, I don't think.
Oh, I love that thing so much.
Yeah, when you can do it to make your combo go up, and then do the combo moves, which also took me a really long time to figure out.
Uh-oh. Did you ever play the Batman Arkham series games?
Yeah.
Because I've found that it was basically that in Middle Earth.
Yeah,
combat-wise.
I haven't played one in a while, but that's definitely the feeling that I got. It was a lot of Batman and a little bit of Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Middle Earth, which is cool.
No, yeah, I mean, obviously you can't glide around in the night sky as much as Batman. That would
No. Oh, man,
But
I
the
probably
basics
collect a lot
flow.
of. I probably collect a lot of herbs in this video. I really like it, and I probably made a pipe weed joke in the actual recording, in the original recording.
Well,
just so we don't
given
miss out
how
on
much-
anything.
given how much that figured into like the actual texts, I think it's perfectly legitimate.
Yeah. Actually, there's one like side mission, or there's artifacts to collect, and they're just random crap that people had. And one was like a pipe weed pipe, I guess. And he's like, "Oh, I caught my son with that pipe weed that one time," and then killing Brimbor. Oh, that's spoiler too, but he's just like, "Yeah, you humans are weird." I'm like, yeah, thanks, kill Brimbor.
Yep, epic spoilers. We'll have to mark that very heavily.
Yeah, I can just bleep that out. I think if you're enough of a Tolkien nerd to know who Brimbor is, you probably already played the game.
Yeah, you've probably already played the game, or think the game is a disgrace to Tolkien.
Yeah, it's probably both. Wait,
It's
no,
probably...
those weren't opposing, so never mind. It can easily be both.
Yeah, it can easily be both, though. I mean, obviously, it's a very odd narrative to have the Tolkien world based on, but at the same time, I think it's decently atmospheric.
Yeah, I definitely think they pulled off the feeling of the movies actually pretty well. Definitely looks like something that could be in the movie. All the arts especially, they did a great job. Ooh, excuse me. I do that a lot in this video.
You maggot! I am known for my sharp wits. Careful lest you cut yourself, Grey Walker.
I'm always like, some of their intros are really good, and some of them are pretty bad. And so I'm always disappointed because they're pretty good ones I really enjoy. Yeah, some that are just like long-winded, just keeps going. It's like, some people think I crush people's skulls, and I do that, but I will also crush yours. I'm like, okay, you could have just said, don't crush my skull.
Yeah, and can I just talk about the down mechanic here, like this?
Oh yeah.
The last chance struggle. I mean, it's a basic quick time event, but it adds a lot of I guess tension.
Yeah, I really like it. This game already doesn't have a huge punishment for dying, but you still like you want to keep going. So, and I never get it when it's that small. I can get into the circle, but I can't. There he is.
Time.
As douche the poison. He kills me a ton of times. And
Is he the guy that...
Yeah, he was the end of the game guy. That was his start.
So did you ever end up like intentionally letting like the orcs farm you to get like experience and power and whatnot?
But I will use any weapon
I don't think so. I felt like there was enough to do that I didn't really have to
achieve his victory.
Do that.
Only in ruthlessness can we hope to match
Yeah,
him.
I felt the same way, but I know a lot of I was reading I forget what forums I was reading on, but people were like treating it as like breeding Pokemon, you know, try and breed the orcs to be like the level them up to be stronger. And
one of the cool things that I definitely don't do yet in this episode is that they have vendetta missions, and they're the ones that they're captains and stuff that have killed your friends, people on your friends list.
Oh yeah, I was going to ask if you had any of those come up.
Yeah, I did like 3 of them, and one of them I did after recording. I played a little more after, and it was so I've already beaten the game, and one comes up from a person who never beat the game, and so the guy was like power level 2, which I never really understood I don't think they explain it super great, and it's kind of supposed to be vague, but they have power levels, and the higher the better. And so power level 2 is pretty bad. And so I look at his stats, like what he's good against, which is also a nice mechanic. Like, oh, this guy you can sneak up on. This guy.
Uh-oh. Hang on. You're getting a lot of, well, that might have been the...
It might have been the what?
I just heard a lot of really loud scratching sound, and I wasn't sure if that was from this video, maybe at the point where you unplugged the microphone, or something on your end currently.
I think it's me. I think I'm screwing it up again. Alright, thanks for that.
Okay.
We'll just power on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's level 2, and he's like, everything, you can just do anything to him. He stinks. And so I was like, alright, well, whenever I can shoot these guys from far away with an arrow, that's what I do. And then he takes one shot from an arrow, and he just goes down. I'm like, oh, well, that was a little anticlimactic, but you're welcome, Dan. I killed that guy for you.
Well, I mean, a lot of them have like the instant kill
Finally, I'm free.
mechanics, where like there's a thing like the stealth finisher, or
Yeah, this guy didn't have
the
anything that he was
face.
good against. He was just bad. I don't think I killed it. I killed some guys with like a couple shots, but I never killed them with one. Oh man, I ran out of focus and did not kill that spider.
Isn't it so depressing when you run out of focus and suddenly they all just charge at you way faster?
Yeah. I actually the first hunting challenge is kill 3 spiders, or maybe it's not, and because it was the first thing I killed. But I finish it without noticing, because you also can finish it just by stepping on them.
Yeah.
And so after a while, I like look at my challenges and was like, oh, I don't remember killing that last spider. And then later, much later, I step on a spider. I'm like, oh, apparently that's probably how I did it.
Yeah. I think I did the same thing with the spiders. I don't think I actually like hit any of them with arrows. I think I just walked across them and without realizing it finished the mission, or the objective. But have you talked about the captain traits at all? Apart from just now?
No, probably not. I probably don't understand them quite yet in this playthrough. I don't understand anything. I'm not using the Wraith Vision to check everything out.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing headshots for some reason. I don't know that you can hold back on a bow. That seems like a very basic one.
Well.
Yeah. So if you want to go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, it's just that for those who might not necessarily be aware, as we talked about, every character has vulnerabilities and strengths, every one of the orcs that gets named, which means they control other orcs, or they killed you. But beyond that, they even have, like, hates and fears more than just, like, direct resistance and weaknesses. So, like, a common one is fear of Caragors or hatred of Caragors, which is a beast in the game. Have you ridden any Caragors or done anything like that yet?
Yeah. Not in this game, now.
Not yet, okay.
Yeah,
but,
they're a little, like, angry, not quite warthogs, but that's probably the closest thing I can compare them to.
They're like giant, angry warthog wolves.
Yeah. They're not shaped like warthogs, they just seem to act like them.
Yeah. So if you charge at one of these captains who is afraid of Caragor with a Caragor, he'll become a lot less effective. And on the flip side, if you trigger their hate and they have a hate for Caragors, they'll actually become stronger and I think gain more like health regeneration or something. I know that there was some characters with like insane health regeneration after their hate started up.
Yeah, there's some that just had insane health regeneration. I don't think that guy got recorded either. I think that was after. But I just kept on, like, I was, like, chasing him down because they'll run away. They'll try to live and run away. and you like try to chase them down. And while I was chasing him down, he just was regaining all of his health. And it's like, oh, come on.
Oh yeah, there was one guy that I ended up fighting, who was invulnerable to stealth, invulnerable to combat finishers, vulnerable to arrows, but because he was invulnerable to all the combat stuff, I couldn't get any more arrows to kill him, and I just kept trying to chase him and chase him, figuring out some way to do anything, and eventually I just let him go and had to kill him later.
Yeah. Yeah, and then sometimes you come across multiple, and you're like, oh, I can kill one of these guys, and I don't want to let the other guy go, but I really just don't have a choice right now.
Yeah,
really
that's true too. It's.
Don't call me crazy, but I heard them strange sounds again.
One thing that put me off, not put me off, but like came as a surprise, surprise-ish at the beginning of this game was, the open world, because of the climbing and the big towers that you light up to gain vision of the area. It reminded me a lot of Assassin's Creed. And in Assassin's Creed, you can pretty much walk around most of the map, and it's not a huge deal. And it felt like at the beginning of this game that like these guys were everywhere, and like I would have to be like fighting my way through everything. Like that's why I'm not going very quickly. It's like there's this camp here, and I should just run by it. I'll figure out eventually. You can just run through most of the map, and they might notice you, but most of the time they don't.
Yeah.
Let's see if I get around these guys without fighting. But like, you can tell I was looking at them for a while. Like,
Hang on.
I should
like
pick up this herb. Oh, I didn't tell you that I'm underwater?
No, you didn't. Are you in a fish tank recording right now?
I should be. That would probably be bad for acoustics.
Probably.
That's why you know what. You have an idea of what a fishbowl would sound like.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh,
Alright.
What happened?
I don't know. They're all fighting each other. I'm not getting those sweet headshots that I need to be using. Yeah, they all noticed. They kind of put down whatever they were doing.
Here they come.
Oh, and look, they all don't know where I am. I can still run away. Oh, I just said I'm not sure what I was thinking in the original recording. So, okay, good. I did hide. I really thought I made it to this mission. I guess there's enough time left in this video that I do.
The Ranger's a bigger coward than any mouse.
Darn it, I had something. Okay, yeah, that's really frustrating. I want to climb up that every time.
There's a lot of things that I want to.
You feel like you should be able to go up over.
Or like you'll run up it and then you'll do that. You'll run up it and land back, and then you press the X button again, and it boosts you, and then you run at it again, because you get that boost later in the game.
Yeah. But there's a lot of, I mean, the environment is pretty climbable, do what you will with it, but there are, just by virtue of being so big, there's a decent chunk of things where it's like, okay, now why can't I get on that?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's a problem no matter which kind of game, I mean.
Yeah, no, I think they handled it better than most do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found an artifact, and then there's also, I don't think there's any bonus to it, but if you, I missed it, and if you do anything while you're in this wraith mode, you come out of it. So I pressed like the wrong button, and I come out of it, and it takes another second to load back into it.
Yeah. Of course, also in reference to like missing those artifacts, I missed pretty much the first time I ever tried to get an artifact. Anytime I went for an artifact, like it would just be, like try to grab it, and you whiff like a punch into nowhere.
Yeah, you think you're close enough, and it's the grab button, so you're trying to reach out and grab something. But they have these things where you can play memories associated with them. and I don't know if you get more points if you do play them,
last
but I
place we want to
always
be
find
is
them
the
and then
one place
immediately
we're
close
doomed
it.
to
I'm like,
stay.
yeah, I'm not
When
going
the
to sit here
outcast
and
fled
wait
into
for you
it
to
to
tell me
escape
what this says
Gondor.
while I could
And
be
it is
playing.
here that the Dark Lord will
Especially on
gather his
recording.
armies like pieces on a game
Yeah, it
board.
makes sense on the recording.
Unless we
I kind of
stop him.
enjoyed going through them on my own.
They seemed interesting, but it's like they could be playing while I'm outside of the menu.
Okay, that's fair, because you're kind of just stuck sitting there waiting,
Yeah,
not
like
doing
in
anything,
Bioshock,
looking
you
at
pick up a recording.
object.
Yeah, in Bioshock, you pick up a recording and then you play it, and you keep going. Like, you could be doing whatever you want during those recordings.
Huh. Yeah. No, it's definitely a strange choice now that you mention it. I hadn't even, like, thought of it in comparison to that. Because, like, in so many other games, like, even Diablo 3, when you're out looting and you find, like, a book, it'll actually play the audio tape in the left corner, like Bioshock.
Yeah.
And you can get the information while still being in the midst of slaughtering things, traveling, or what have you.
Yeah. Alright,
Which is...
I'm not very good at this right now. Yep.
And
Okay.
properly disengaging yourself from platforms in the way you intend to can be a challenge sometimes too.
Yeah.
And I think this is true of all of like the Arkham games and the Assassin's Creed games, and it still holds true for this one, where
Yeah.
you'll accidentally
I think-
jump on the wrong thing. Or
I think the problem is that it would be more frustrating to be less sticky than it is to be more sticky, and so they lean towards being more sticky.
oh yeah, that's definitely true, because like if you were
If you
less
didn't stick
sticky,
to
less
stuff.
likely to auto grab those things.
If you're not grabbing these things, you're probably going to end up being seen by things you don't want to be seen by. But yeah, I have a tough time like making sure I drop on the right side of things. Like if I'm trying to hide from things and I drop on the wrong side of the wall.
And then it's just detected, mission over.
Got
How
that
can we
Mordor
be
rat.
out of food again? I thought we could go a few days without going on another hunt.
Oh, they're always complaining
they're
about
good.
food. I really was hoping there would be more food missions in this game. There are the feasts. You can
We got a
interrupt the
slave on the
captain
run.
feeding his
Hunt it down
troops.
and make it pay.
But, really, that's about it. They all complain about food.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Now's our best chance.
if you had to deal with the orc agricultural industry, I'm sure you'd complain about food too.
Yeah. It's just like, I wanted like one mission where it was like, oh, we're about to go hunting or something. We're like, we're going to go get more food. And then you screw it up or you poison all of it.
Well, I mean,
Something
you do
like
get
that.
the the grog one or whatever it is there.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't know.
I can barely hear you on this end currently. I don't know if it's you or me.
It's probably me. Yeah.
Huh.
So this is a progression system. This is just like. So the one we were just looking at are like, I don't really know how to differentiate these. These are like skills, and the other one is like overall stats. Like you max your health, bring your max health up, bring your max slow down time up. How many shots you get with an arrow you can bring up. There's like three skills at the very end in that, but it's mostly for that. Just
Direct
so people
upgrades
know.
on combat power.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so there's 3 pages there. The first page that I think we were looking at was the page for how many missions you've completed of each type, like the collectibles and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then we were looking at the attributes page where you can like spend the in-game currency or experience value to upgrade your health, arrows, etc. And there's another screen. Did you look at the rune page at all in this, or did I miss that?
I don't think I did, because I know I picked up one, but I don't think I figured out what to do with it.
Okay, so runes are the more customizable aspect of character development, where like you can equip certain runes to get special abilities. Like a lot of the skills will allow some of your attacks in certain situations to do like health drain, so that you can gain health from like killing an enemy. or
Yeah,
other factors.
You collect them from killing captains in the Uruk guys. The ones that, whenever they have names and yell at you, and those guys, they'll drop runes, and you can attach them to either your dagger, your sword, or your bow. And usually they have something to do with that. Sometimes they're just like the dagger is all stealth-related stuff. So technically, you might not be using the dagger, but you might be doing a different stealth attack. But yeah, they're pretty cool. And you know, what I thought about them though was that they were like, oh, if you do this, you have a 40% chance of regaining 5 health or something. And I was like, there's something about percents that doesn't scream Tolkien to me. Like,
That's really a fair point.
I don't want to be thinking about probability.
Yeah, and I also, at the start, I was like shocked at how low the percents were. And then I just realized how many orcs I was killing at high level. It's like, oh, that's why. But the power of the rune, it also depends on a couple of factors, like the level or the rank of the orc that you kill. So like the top of the chain have really powerful runes, whilst all those
level 2
the ones who just got their first rank, yeah, the level 2 guy probably didn't drop anything of importance.
No, I don't think I attached that rune to my blade.
Oh, we did get to that mission.
Yeah, and missions have retry buttons, so I almost definitely finished this mission. I got.
In this segment.
Well, this doesn't bode well.
got
Don't you see? The prisoner created a distraction.
This guy is so cold. He's just like, yeah, let's use it to our advantage. And, like, I appreciate that. Very Spock-like, and...
Why use your human
not
sight to track
Spock-like, I
the
guess.
orc?
He had a little bit
I
more
see
compassion
more
than
than
that.
any mortal.
But, like, you know, think of the situation. And then Talion, the main character, is just like, I don't know about this. And sometimes... You know, I get it, but
Slay
orcs
the orc
are
captain,
pure evil.
cut off
There
their
is
heads,
no
and
morality
the body
in
will
these
wither.
books. It was just like, these guys are just
Archers.
mega evil.
I must take
Just
out
do
the
whatever you
eyes of
can
the
to kill
camp.
them.
Yeah.
So many bloody pigs.
And then there's
singing up Baltimore. I heard the slave begging for me.
That's the main way, I guess, it gets around the fact that it's so extremely violent because of the nature of the orc in the Tolkien universe.
Yeah.
Someone's sneaking about.
I think my quest is to just, I need to kill the archers first. And I almost killed
Yes,
that guy
you're going for that
stealthily.
bonus.
Yeah. Oh, I go for
Wait.
almost all the bonuses.
A dead Uruk.
Yeah, me too. Because the bonuses actually are decently achievable without being as ridiculous as some like bonus objectives can be in games.
Yeah, they also do a good job of teaching you new skills.
Techniques.
Like you might unlock something and then forget about it, and then this like a mission will come up with it. Like you have to use this 4 times to get your bonus objective. I'm like, oh, I remember that this is useful now. So I think the job does a really good job of that. Oh, I'm getting those headshots down.
Yeah, I was about to say you fully charge that shot.
Yeah.
I think it also just fully charging the shot increases your chances of getting a headshot, but I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the quartermaster don't like to wait for his supplies. His crimes go for half the day. They told
I'm
me
so bad in full motion. In slow motion, it definitely helps you. You like don't tremble as much.
Yeah, because I think your speed also increases in full motion, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your like turn speed.
Probably. All right. I'm getting antsy. I just want me to go up and kill him.
that sneaky creature has been watching.
Yeah. Well, you still got at least one more archer to go. Of course not.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I have to admit, it's always confusing to me watching like the console version of a game being played after playing the PC version, because the bindings that show up are different. So I'm like, why is it showing like left mouse or left was that like left analog stick click or something?
Yeah, for activate and deactivate. What did you
sense.
use to play this? Did you not use a controller?
No, I found it perfectly easy to use with the keyboard and mouse.
Oh my god, there's so many buttons in this game. That is one. I can't believe, like, I know that that's like good for a keyboard, but
That
like,
ranger knows we're too tough for him.
if you try to introduce this to someone who hasn't played video games their entire life, they will spend their entire life never being able to play it. Like, if you put, like, it would be like a saw room. I feel like, you know, like, oh, you have to do
What, with
this
a
to get
keyboard?
no, it doesn't matter, controller or keyboard. It's just like, play this game at any proficiency. Like, I can't. There's too many buttons. Things change when you're pressing different things. This has to be one of the hardest games to like pick up if you don't play video games.
Time to die, coward!
Yeah, there are a decent chunk of controls, but I don't know. After playing flight simulators, it doesn't seem that that control intensive.
It's just there's like weird combos of like I miss the artifact thing where you grab the wrong thing, or I grab both of us grab the wrong thing separately.
Yeah, like just trying to figure out
Didn't
why
that
it.
work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, killed him. Everyone else runs away. They lost their life. Oh, they did it. Great, pick up the rune. Okay, I'm gonna learn about runes now.
Oh, does it actually do? Oh yeah, it
Got an
does.
epic. So, yeah, I don't think there's much left in this episode. Looks like we got a little over 2 minutes. Me learning about runes and attaching a rune. It's going to be real thrilling stuff. But yeah,
Oh yes.
I'm
Oh yes.
I'm glad you joined me. I had
Oh,
a
well,
good
you know.
time re-recording this episode. I don't know if
Yeah,
you have
no,
anything else
this
to
was-
say.
I don't know. Shadows of Mordor was probably one of my favorite games of 2014. Most definitely my favorite, like, I guess if you want to use the term AAA title of 2014.
Yeah.
Because it flowed really well. Apart from perhaps egregious cutscenes.
Yeah.
So you didn't die 10
But
years
even
yeah.
they weren't as bad as a lot of
I take it you did not
a lot
come
of the
here
other
to
overly
arrest me for
cinematic
treason?
cutscenes
Captain?
in other
You
games.
and I are all that remains.
No,
of that
it definitely
garrison.
doesn't
Yeah.
get boring unless you want it to. You can
Why
make
did
it
you
boring
come
if you want to
here?
do a bunch of the side questy stuff.
Looking for a slave that fought
But
the
even
Black
then, you
Hand
have to pretty
of
much
Sauron.
try to make it boring.
More like ran away from
Yeah,
him.
and even the side quests can
You
be
know
pretty
this, man.
entertaining because
Of
there's a certain
course.
amount of fun just in
You're
hunting
staring
orcs.
at him.
Yeah, there's definitely
Where are
there's
the
definitely a
servants of the
lot
Dark
of
Lord?
good stuff in
Do you
there,
even
including
know?
the side missions. I didn't mean to diss it, but it's just like
Perhaps.
there's some things that are like
This is
the
no
fighting
time to
the
keep
artifacts.
secrets.
I have been
That are
stuck
just
here
kind of
for
very
weeks. Steady.
Yeah,
Come to the
I'm happy
outcast
with it.
camp.
I would definitely
shall
recommend it
ask
to
my
most people,
scouts.
unless
I'll
you
be
have
there.
never played a video game before. In which case, it would take you your entire life to learn how to play.
Yes, so put about like at least a good 10 years of experience in before you start playing a game like this. I guess if you
It's
know.
just another orc.
But I'm going to go out on a limb and say that
Someone
most of our
wants to
viewers
see.
have
We should tread with
played
caution.
games at least for a few years by now.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And there was Dawn. We missed Dawn.
Uh-oh. Well, for a
that's
future
important.
date.
Yeah. So, alright. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Cash Blaster, Shadow of Mordor. Thank you for joining me, Nutter.
Thank you.
We'll be back soon with more Shadow of Mordor. It's all done recording, so it'll all be up soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Peace. And stop recording.
Alright, I will.